Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Lisa, Best Life Lee. Well, today I'm going to be sharing with you a recipe for gingerbread men cookies. This is the time of year when you will either be making these cookies for yourself or with your kids or grandkids. So this is a great gingerbread boy cookie dough. We are having a family party this weekend. It's going to be my side of the family, Bob's side of the family. There's going to be quite a big group. And what I am planning for the start of the party is for when people are coming in and the kids are coming in, I'm going to have cookies ready to be decorated with frosting and sprinkles. And that can kind of be an activity when people arrive. And tonight I'm going to Julie's house, my daughter's house, and we're going to cut out all the cookies and bake them. And we're renting the big room that our sales office, or I should say leasing office, we're calling it Bob and Lisa's Holiday Bash. So I'm very excited about it, and I will give you some, I'll videotape some of that party so you can kind of see how everything came out. And I am going to take you along tonight when Julie and I and Baxter cut out these cookies and bake them and give them a taste. But for now, I'm going to make the dough. Now, for these gingerbread men, I have to make the molasses that is going to go into the cookies, and you have to cook that, bring it to a boil, and then add your eggs, flour, and all of that. So what I'm going to do first is I am going to cream my butter and sugar, and I have 1 cup of softened butter and I have 1 cup of sugar. So I'm going to cream that, and then I'm going to add my molasses, a half a cup of molasses, and I just use grandma's molasses. And then the spices, which I have a teaspoon of ground cloves. I have a teaspoon of cinnamon. I have a teaspoon of nutmeg, and then I'm going to add a teaspoon of ground ginger as well. I ran out of teaspoons. All right, so I'm going to cream the butter and sugar. All right, I have a bunch of butter on my beaters, but I'm going to add in the molasses and the spices, and that should, you know, come off the beaters a little bit. So we'll get my molasses in there. And we'll put the cloves, cinnamon, nutmeg, and a teaspoon of ground ginger. Okay, and I'm just keeping this beater on low. All right, almost all came off, but I am going to take and put that back in there. And then what we have to do is heat this up in a saucepan until it comes to a boil. And I don't know if you've seen these in some of my other videos. These little wooden, they're called spurtles, and they come in a set. I got them from QVC. They're little wooden. These are awesome to like do things like this where you're trying to get stuff off of beaters, or, you know, get some, they really help in the kitchen. Last year I gave a set of these to my daughter and my daughter-in-law, and they love them. You know, when you're planning a party for a lot of people, especially around the holidays, it's very easy to get stressed and to be like, oh my God, how am I going to get everything done? But one of the things that I find that really helps me is planning, like the pre-planning, thinking about it weeks in advance, figuring out what you want to do in terms of food and all of that. And that really helps me, and I write it down and get up like a legal pad and just start writing down everything you want to do. I have my drinks planned. I have my, we're actually having a local grocery store called Roach Brothers, and if you're around this area, you know Roach Brothers. Bob and I had them cater our wedding, Their food is phenomenal. And we're having like the main dish delivered hot. So as we're waiting for the food, which is going to be a ham dinner, I'll do hors d'oeuvres. I'll do my usual charcuterie board for appetizers with some maybe shrimp cocktail and some other things that I can't think of right now that I have planned for the appetizers and stuff. And then what we're going to do is everybody will mingle. We will have the cookie decorating going on. People can take their cookies. I have bags that they can put their cookies in and take with them as sort of like, you know, like a party gift too. And they can nibble on them, of course. And then we will eat when the food is coming. Like, so the party starts at noon. The food will come at 1. We'll eat. When we're done eating, I have a trivia game, Christmas movie trivia, that I'm gonna play with everyone, and I have some gift baskets that will be given out as prizes along with some big Yankee candles, and so that will be fun. That will entertain us. I will have some drinks going, and then I have a I have a hot chocolate bar that I'm setting up where we can have dessert. People can have hot chocolate, they can have cake, and then go home. And the drink I am planning is a eggnog white Russian, and it's made with eggnog and peppermint vodka and Kahlua, and it sounds wonderful. And I was gonna make my own eggnog. Last year I made my own eggnog. It came out phenomenal. But this year I tried to make it this morning, epic fail. It became like scrambled eggs, and that happened to me with the first time I tried to make eggnog. I had never made it again until last year. I don't know what I did differently. I'll show you the little bit of of the fail, but that's, I'll just go out and buy the eggnog, no worries. You can clearly get eggnog this time of year at the grocery store. So you can't do everything, my friends, but you can't let it get you down either. So that was a fail. This is going to be a win. I feel it. So I'm going to get my this is the creamed butter, sugar, molasses, and spices. I'm going to get that into my pan on the stove, and we're going to bring it to a boil. So I will show you what it looks like. So it came to a boil. You saw that it was starting to bubble. So once it is lukewarm in the pan, we're going to add in 2 beaten eggs, a teaspoon of vinegar, and then we're going to add 5 cups of flour and some baking soda. I think it's 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and that's gonna make the dough. And then when I make the dough, I'm gonna put it in the fridge for a good few hours. It's only noontime right now, and I'll be going to Julie's around 4 o'clock. So it'll have a good 3.5, 4 hours to sit in the fridge and get nice and cool so we can roll it out and make some cookies. So I'll be back after that cools down. Okay, so my molasses and sugar and butter is come to be lukewarm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2 beaten eggs, my white vinegar, and then we're going to add that to, we're going to add flour, 5 cups of flour, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda to that to make our dough. All right, so 1 teaspoon of vinegar, 2 beaten eggs, and I'm going to give that a nice stir, get that all blended together. And the reason you want your molasses and sugar lukewarm is because you don't want to cook the eggs. I don't want another repeat of what happened to me this morning with my eggnog. That was very disappointing, but what are you gonna do? Kind of looks like a brownie batter. I almost spilled it out. See, it's kind of like a brownie batter, but it's a not a brownie batter at all. All right, so I'm gonna get my molasses into my bowl. Okay. All right, I'm gonna get in my teaspoon of baking soda into my flour, and I'm gonna kind of get that baking soda kind of mixed in with my flour here. It says you're supposed to sift it together. Well, I'm just gonna mix it all in here together and then gradually make my dough. So I'm just gonna put some flour in there, get that mixing. I might end up having to use my hands at some point depending on how well it mixes together. I'll bring you over so you can see how this is going in the bowl here when it becomes dough.
Whoa, oh, oh. La, da, 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 oh, oh, oh. La, da, 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 oh, oh, oh. La, da, da, da. Making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new. 'Cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh.
All right, guys, so I have my 2 cookie dough balls that I'm gonna put in the fridge. This is gonna make plenty of gingerbread cookies. So here's one. I'm just gonna wrap it in saran wrap. Here's one, is 2. So I'm just gonna put these in the fridge, let them chill for a good 4 hours, 3.5, 4 hours. And I will see you tonight at Julie's when we are making these cookies. This was my first attempt at gingerbread. Now we cook it.
You want to try?
It's a good one. It's cooked.
It's a cookie.
Mmm.
They came out awesome.
They came out good, huh?
Mm-hmm. Not easy to make gingerbread cookies.
Oh no?
Mm-mm.
Mmm, they're
This is dough from
good.
scratch, right?
Yeah. I made the dough today.
That's good.
Bite of it. Mmm, take a big bite. Want some more? Mmm, you like that. Bite it. Mmm. Those will be good. Those are a winner. You want some more? You like that, huh?